Well, hello everybody. I think that we're live. I think we're doing a close up today. Hopefully, this is working. Uh, I happen to be in the spa with Drizzle and Sprout. I hope you guys can hear me okay too. We're doing something a little bit different today, although I also have not taken time to fix anything at all about the technology yet. Oh, well, that's just nuts. What are you playing with there, buddy? You probably shouldn't be playing with that. All right, good. Well, it looks like good. It's working. Okay, good. And you can hear me too. That's wonderful. So, this is my obligatory. Somebody needs to adopt these two kittens. They are so sweet and wonderful and fun. And okay, that's it. I told you all about them. That's everything there is to know. uh, Honestly, I don't know what to say. I just started because I was in here as I was getting things set up, and they were both demanding my attention until just before I got things working, of course. So, yeah, what can I say? They are, of course, both wonderful little kittens, and they're so friendly, and they become snuggly. And something that's kind of surprisingly new or ish is that they purr a lot more often too. Oh, hi, Ari. They come up and they demand snuggles, and they purr so loudly. It's pretty nice. So that's been fun. But they're also just crazy, playful, wonderful kittens. Sprout, of course, you can tell Sprout because she's got the little light colored toes. And because she's a little bit chunkier, Sprout is friendly with everybody all the time. Her first instinct on seeing a new cat or person is to come rub right up on them and be like, oh, hi, I just met you. We're best friends. Whereas Drizzle, where's Drizzle? There she is. Drizzle is a little bit more reluctant to make new friends, but also does eventually come around. She's become friends with everybody here over time. She's even, believe it or not, I saw her snuggling with Eddie yesterday, which was pretty cool. Oh, and I hear somebody getting a little too close to Eddie. Oh, I mean, Ari. Wow, Ari. Ari was like, no. But you can see Sprout didn't react poorly to that. She just wants to play, I think. Oh, yeah, she's in play mode. So I was going to start out by saying I plan to tell you guys that the house is a little bit of a mess because I had two choices this morning before I go to the vet again uh, to clean or to do a close up, and I thought, all right, I'm going to clean, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a close up instead. So yeah, I mean, what I am saying is that it's definitely your fault that the house is messy, and you just have to accept the blame for that, like it or not. But let's go in and see some kittens. Hopefully, this will keep rolling for us long enough. And like I said, if not, not much I can do about it. I literally haven't fixed a thing yet. Hi. Well, what are you saying? I know. So those of you that are paying close attention. Oh, hi, 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 hi. Okay, buddy, hi. What are you doing though? Hi. Okay, Julian. Julian is a very noisy kitty. Oh, and look at that. Monday's up here just chilling by himself while everybody else is nursing. This has been a theme, and we'll talk, I think, more about him in a minute. My focus is off, and again, nothing I can do about it. That's fine. Um, hey, buddy. So Julian's been pretty loud, and I was going to say, those of you that have been paying attention, you know that we went to the vet with them yesterday, and after we went to I'm sorry, before we went to the vet, I weighed everybody to see how they were doing, and you might have noticed that little Julian here actually lost weight. And Friday, his weight was a little bit light, although not lower. So I know that, okay, see you later, buddy. He's got to go poop. I know that that would concern some people. It concerns me, of course, and we keep a close eye on that kind of stuff. But then we went to the vet for their regular. Here, I'm going to wipe the camera real quick. Hang on. I just want to see if that fixes the focus. Pardon me. I know. Don't get that in your eyes. All right. There we go. So we went to the vet after I weighed them all, and the vet weighed them and checked them all up with us, and they declared that they're perfectly healthy. And as I suspected, um, my opinion was that they are also very healthy, and that Julian's weight loss is just because he so far is the one that has been the hardest to get weaned. Whereas little Monday here, clearly the easiest. I mean, mom's right here nursing everybody, and Monday just can't even be bothered. I guess he really is living up to his name. He'd rather just stay in bed this morning. Oh, man. All right. Well, just add that to my list of things to think about, the focus there. But he's still cute. We're still going to get close. It doesn't matter. It's a little blurry. I know. He's fuzzy naturally, so it should all come out just fine. Just, if it looks too fuzzy, just squint. Squint a little harder. Maybe it'll come into focus for you. So that's Monday. So yeah. So as far as Julian having lost a little bit of weight goes, like I said, he's been very resistant to eating the regular food. But also, when he nurses on mom, he's the one that tends to throw up the cheese the most, which just is problematic because then he eats as much as he wants with mom, and then he vomits it up, and then he doesn't want to eat the regular food. So it's not a surprise that he's been losing a little weight. And yeah, as Megalina says, a little dip in the weight is perfectly normal when they're being weaned. But even the vet, I explained all this. I didn't explain that to her. That would be crazy, vet-splaining. But I told her, about my concerns and the fact that he had actually lost weight and how that always bothers me, and that he's been the runt all along. He's been the small one. Boy, you just made a big stink, but look at that. You didn't bring any with you. Good. I just had to check to make sure you didn't bring any poop over here. And she, felt and checked him out and listened to all of his bits and, made sure that he was fine and said, yeah, he's actually, she said, he's got a little bit of weight on him. He's not too skinny or anything. So she's not at all worried about him. I'm not too worried about him either. Nonetheless, I'm going to take every opportunity to try to get him to eat something for us. So you'll probably see me bothering him a little bit more than most. So there we go. Oh, I saw Joanne Kelly saying hi to Ninja Chris in the chat just now, and I'm like, oh, they're saying hi to me. Because, of course, Ninja Chris and I have the same real name, which is Ninja. It's great to see everybody in chat, and I've got a pretty good view of it now. I'm using some new tech on my end. Like I said, I didn't fix anything, but I did doing this in a slightly different way, which is not intended to make it stream any better, but just to make me able to see things a little better. And that seems like so far it's coming out, which is a nice change from my usual. So what else happened at the vet yesterday? The vet checks them. They're 6 weeks old. I think today is the day that they're officially 6 weeks old. Is that right? And the vet checks the boys to see if they have their little bits yet. Because like with Teaspoon, he still doesn't have his. He's almost a year old, or almost exactly a year old. And his little bits still have not turned up. So, So she did check them though, and it turns out that Monday has his already, and Greg apparently has one out of two that are present already, but the other one's not yet. And that's fine. We just keep an eye on it so that we know when it's time for them to graduate and have their graduation surgery, we know that they can, and that it won't be a problem. So there you go. I guess everybody's having a little bit of audio interference, and again, just nothing that I will be able to do about that at the moment. So I'm just going to keep rolling. So let's see. Callie here, as you know, little Calendar, their mom, is also doing very well, and she's just the friendliest thing in the world. She has never had a fight or an argument with anybody. And when the kittens or other cats get hissy at her, she just responds in the best way, which is typically to just ignore them and give them their space. And this morning, I intentionally had her meet Maggie for the very first time. Yes, Greg has one trouble nugget, Jake Ortiz. Let's see here. Oh, I see. Well, maybe if I talk a little quieter, if I whisper a little bit, Scott thinks the popping sound is because we're going over the max volume somehow. I'll try being just a little bit quieter for you and see if that makes a difference. So we'll just make this real intimate today. Let's see if that does anything for us. So what was I saying about her is... Oh, I was saying this morning, I deliberately had her meet Maggie. And, as I was watching them both carefully, and it just was for a minute or two. And Maggie seemed like, Maggie's been in like an exceptionally playful mood lately. So I thought maybe she would be a little too wild anyway. But it turns out that they did okay, just fine. She did not sort of trigger Maggie, and Maggie got a chance to sniff her and check her out pretty thoroughly, and they were fine. I still don't know that I would trust Maggie around any mom cat with no supervision, at least not for a while until I know that they're friends. Maybe if Maggie starts like rubbing up on her to say we're best friends like she does with the faculty, that would work out. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Did I mention they've got 2 rooms now? I didn't even bring that up, did I? That's happened since the last time we talked. I had to clean up the whole annex, second annex for them so that they could come in here. And since that's happened, they basically haven't left. They do go over to the other side to use the litter box here and there. But mostly they're just living in the second annex now. And since mom got up to walk away, they're all going to come over and climb me. I'm an excellent second choice to mom. The other thing that we got going, excuse me if I'm a little bit gravelly here, is they have all started hanging out in the beanbag chair because I do. And they've all started to sort of be lap kitties. Of course, they've always been super social. Every time I come in the room, they all want to jump up and yell at me like Julian does if they're not already busy with mom. So, oh, yeah, Sandra D, thank you. Yes, Callie is not wearing her suit. That is another thing I should mention. Is I put her suit on her for a few days because I wanted the kittens to stop nursing, especially, say, Julian, who, like I said, tends to throw up all of the milk that he eats as cheese, and it's been making a big mess around here. So I had put the suit on her to keep them from nursing, but it wasn't really stopping them. They figured out how to get into the armholes, even though I put one on that was a real good fit. So the fact that it wasn't doing anything for them, plus the fact that she gets kind of swollen still and kind of needs some nursing to taper off, and the fact that Julian is, still not wanting to eat regular food and a little bit hard on the weaning, all that together was my cue, I guess, to just leave the suit off of her. And what we're doing instead of having the suit on her, of course, is having her spend more and more time out of the room. And she loves that. She always wants to come out of the room and hang out with me. She just follows me around the house like a puppy, I guess. She always wants to be in whatever room I'm in or nearby. She was in my office with me for a long time yesterday, and she just likes to sit at my feet under the chair and just hang out. So I would say she's not much of a lap cat, but also the last couple of days as I've been hanging out in the beanbag chair, she started climbing up there and actually sitting in my lap, which has been really cool. So it's very cool. There was just something else I was going to say about that too, about the fact that she's the beanbag chair, her hanging out. Does she play fetch? No, I have not seen her play fetch, Ninja Chris. She does like to play quite a bit. She's very playful when you get out a toy or something. But I haven't seen her play fetch. On the other hand, when she does catch like feathers and stuff, she chomps on them so hard that I got out one of those mice that Mural used to. It was Mural that used to smash the mice, right? Just grind them until they were flat. I got out one of the mice from Mural that liked to do that. And it seemed like she was going to do it, but then Sprout and Drizzle ended up taking the mouse from her before she could. But I think she might be a mouse smasher. So we'll find out, I guess, in due time. And yes, her little bobtail is adorable. And we know, of course, that the bobtail is genetic because Julian and January share it. I think Julian and January's are even shorter. The vet checked that out, too, and said that Julian's got just a couple vertebrae past, where his tail, or in what his tail would be. And January is about the same, I think, even though January looks like he's got a little bit more tail. It turns out he doesn't. In fact, the vet thought, if anything, January's got a little less tail, but he's got a bigger, there's sort of a skin flap that comes at the end of that tail. And January's is a little bit bigger, and it's a cute thing. I wish you guys could feel it because she doesn't mind people feeling her tail at all. And there's just like this little flap at the end that doesn't have any bone in it. It's just a cute little thing. And January and Julian also have that going on. These kids, like I said, so healthy, so playful. They're just doing really well. Somebody's making a litter box announcement. January looks like I keep wanting to make January a girl right from the beginning. What are you doing with the curtain over here, huh? Oh yeah, Jamestown. She definitely wags her tail quite a bit. It's really funny when she does too. Oh, these kids have just been so active and playful. Really good group. Oh, this is the one girl in the group. This is Holly. And that reminds me, for some reason, I don't know why, but we should weigh the kids this morning if we can. So, I do have the scale right here. In fact, let's see if it can just weigh them up here. I'll put them up here one at a time, and that might be easier. Oh, hello. Okay. This bench is something that my parents, I think the last thing that I have that my parents gave me, and my mom told me I can never get rid of it because it's the one antique that we own that's like a real, actual old item. And it's wrecked. I mean, it's just completely wrecked now. That's my fault. What are you doing? They've got the big basket in here. The little basket's in the other room. I didn't think they were even getting in this yet, although I saw one of them climb up on top of it yesterday. I know I'm not doing a real good job of keeping my voice quiet, but is the popping a little less now? I hope so. Lady 8 Jane. Oh, is that a reference to Neuromancer? That's very cool. Lady 8 Jane. Yes, Holiday is a little fluffier, or are you imagining things? Well, I don't know. The vet yesterday thought that one of them was a little fluffier and might be a medium fur, but I can't remember which one she asked that about. I don't know for sure that any of them are going to be medium or long fur. Kittens tend to go through a stage where their floof can outgrow them for a little while. So it's hard to tell right now whether they're going to be long hairs or not. Oh man, I wish you weren't all blurry, Monday. You're so funny. Monday's got a little bit of a fear of heights, I think. He's the one that's the most annoyed if you want to pick him up or put him down. But we're still going to set him right here on the scale for 1 second. 24.8, 24.75 maybe is what that says. 24 ounces, 0.75. Okay, good. All right. Shawnee, Rebecca, thank you for letting me know about the audio. If it pops because he's yelling, that's his fault, buddy. He has to get with the plan, all right? There we go. Have a snack. He's been the best eater, of course. Oh man, speaking of best eaters, what are you doing over here eating in the litter box? Buddy, I can see the litter on your face. Oh. Okay, come here. Did you spit it out or did you swallow it? You still got some. There we go. I got it. Let's weigh you next. So this is Julian, the boy, Jules maybe, and he weighs 19 ounces today. 19.1. I think that's an improvement from yesterday. So that makes me feel a little bit better. Then I guess our next victim probably is Gregorian. You know, the vet tech yesterday, first off, everybody loves the name Greg and thinks, yes, he looks like a Greg. And I have to agree. But she asked me, is the calendar that we're on the Gregorian or the Julian calendar? And I'm like, it's been too long since school. All right, 26.1 for Greg. I said Julian. That's right, though, isn't it? I don't know. All right. Well, we still got audio lag. All right. There's still a lot of things for me to work on, but like I said, I haven't done a darn thing about it yet. We'll get to all that in due time. Okay, next up, I want to do Jan, but Jan is in the litter box right now, covering things up. Oh man, I got it wrong. It's Gregorian. Oh man. I had a 50-50 chance. Okay, there we go, Jan. All right, good job. So this is January, the boy. January's going to sit right here for a second and weighs. Oh yeah, you just had a good poop too for your weigh-in. 24.1. Perfect. That's a good weight. And then we'll take the girl, Holiday. This is the only girl in the group, the Calico Holiday. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about is the fact that they've all been kind of have weepy eyes a bit, and crusty eyes and dirty ears. All right, 21.1 for Holly. And the vet looked at that with me too and said, there's not really anything going on. Mom almost certainly has the herpes like they all do. And just like I suspected, the vet said that mom probably is having a bit of an outbreak because of, being pregnant and then delivering kittens, and the nursing in her system is just, pretty strange. So, of course, she's going to have her outbreak now. And the kittens almost certainly got it from her, of course, and are showing a little bit of that too, just because they're kids, and kids are a little more susceptible to those things too. But it's nothing to worry about. All cats basically have herpes. 21.6. That's Friday, by the way, little Fry. I've been calling him Fry because he's got orange hair, and because I liked Futurama, and because his name is Friday. I think that works out pretty well. I didn't even think of that until just the other day. But since then, that's been what I've been calling him. He's been a little light too, so we're working on getting him to eat a little better as well. So, all right, that's everybody weighed. So I was talking about, yeah, so basically all cats, especially all rescue kitties, have herpes, but I think basically all cats do. It's just super common. It's no big deal. And it hardly ever shows up as anything unless, they're under some stress or there's some special circumstance. In that case, it's typically just seems like they got a cold, just like this. They got maybe some weepy eyes, maybe some sneezes, like their mom's been doing a ton of sneezing. And that's it. Nothing more to it. It's just not a big deal. So I'm not too worried about it. We just keep an eye on it to make sure that there's no secondary infection. So, we want to keep an eye on their snot and make sure that, it's not turning green or yellow or something. That would be a concern. But it's not. They're all fine. And she encouraged me to use the eye medicine that I was using on my own when I see their eyes are weepy. That she said, that could help, and it certainly can make them feel better, which is exactly what I thought. It's really validating when the vet just tells you all the things that you were already thinking. That's nice. It's not like, oh, that was a waste of time. It's more like, oh, that makes me feel so much better. Just to have that confirmation from somebody who actually knows what they're doing. So, yeah, she said, keep giving them the eye meds. And she didn't specifically say anything about washing their ears, but she did check it out, and it's not mites or anything. They just have dirty ears. So I'll probably keep washing those too. So, oh, we got a camera operator back here. We used to put the litter boxes in a little cardboard, box so that they don't throw litter around. It's a little bit easier to clean things up and keep the floor clean. So that is where the litter box is. And then for a long time, we've been putting those little rice paper shoji screens to hide it so it doesn't look quite so bad. But basically all of them are dirty, and I haven't figured out how to clean them because they're wood, and I want to use all these like enzymatic cleaners and solvents and stuff, and yeah, I gotta sort that out. But that's why there aren't any up right now. I gave them sort of a starter feather toy here, and they're actually not big fans of it like I would have expected. None of them have been like crazy about playing with it. Looks like the Butterfly Junior. All right. Well, the thing that I wanted to mention is that, yes, I do have to go to the vet again today, and I think I'll be going again on Monday. That's just for the faculty. They're just due for their annual checkups, all of them. But I don't want to bring them all at once. That's just too much. So today, Maggie and Custard are going with me pretty soon after the close-up. And then Monday, I think it's the rest of them. Let's go take a look real quick at Serenity, because I think another thing that you guys may not all have been told is that Serenity has an adopter. And if we get a second after that, we'll go see Till. But Serenity has an adopter, and we'll be going home on, I want to say it was Sunday, but either way, it's definitely this weekend. And I will double check to see which day it is. There were little paws at the door. These guys are so desperate to get out. It has been a real struggle to try to get in or out of the room without these kittens climbing, crawling out, flying out, I should say, running out. And they go everywhere. They have no fear. They want to explore the entire house, and we'll get there. But it's not time yet. I have no idea whose paws those are. You guys probably do. If you're watching the regular stream, you can see the other side of that door. I cannot. It could be Fry, but it's probably Monday, right? Oh, and there's a fight going on over here. And I think Mom wants to come out. All right, you can come out for a while, but I got to put you back in before we go. That's Drizzle. Oh, Drizzle gave her a hiss. But as you can see, like I said, she's just fine with cats hissing at her. Not bothered at all. This is Eddie, actually. Hi, Eddie. What are you looking for, bud? You want to go in the bedroom, but you don't want to go past this meanie? He apparently doesn't remember that she was snuggled up to him yesterday, or doesn't care. Okay, let's pop in here for just a minute now. Hi, I know. She has, this is Serenity. She is just a total sweetie, but she gets real frustrated after a little bit of time around other cats, which is why she's in here in her own room. And hi, come here. What are you talking about? Come here. There we go. Hi. She, like I said, she's got an adopter. She'll be going home this weekend. So there's a mess there for me to clean up, for you guys to clean up. Let's not look at that. Let's look this way. Okay. Anyway, she'll be going to her adopter this weekend, and we're going to miss her. She's been here for quite a while. And remember, she came in as a mom cat, but then ended up to not have babies. We'll just gloss over that story. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, that's fine too. But when she came to us, she was probably less than a year old herself, so really not ready for babies. So everything worked out. And since then, she's, hung out a lot with the faculty, and she gets along okay with everybody, but she doesn't really want anybody getting too close to her. She gets extremely hissy with other cats. I've never seen her do anything except for hiss at the other cats. When they were babies, of course, she wanted to take care of them like a mom cat would, but as soon as they grow up, she's like, no, you are not my friend. And so she wants to come out of her room, and she gets to come out. I let her out every morning and then a few times through the day. But typically, after she's been out for a little while, she wants to come back in. She comes and runs to her door and kind of waits and walks back and forth and looks at me like, please open my door. So it's good to know that her adopter, she's going to be the only cat there, and that they have had cats before, and that they're going to take real good care of her. I think the perfect person for her. As you can see, she is a snuggly little sweetheart. She's purring too. Let me see if you guys can hear that. I know the audio's delayed, but like I said, nothing I've been able to do to fix it stuff yet. I haven't had that time. Let's get up close and see if we can hear her though. She's got kind of a quiet purr. She's going to be so fun. And she has been lately, I think on the stream a bit, you guys have seen her throwing her toys around the room and chasing them and playing with them. And She just loves all that stuff. So she's gonna have a real good time, take real good care of herself, and probably be really glad that there's no other cats in her house. I think, she could get along with another cat, but her version of getting along is just never going near them or letting them be near her, which is a kind of getting along. That's fine. She's not going to start a fight, which is good. So I see. It's also Megalina said you can't hear anything except my voice, and with the popping and stuff, we may be coming through a different mic than the one that we normally use. I don't even know right now. I'm wearing a head-mounted monitor so I can see what's going on better. Oh, hi. Okay, hi, hi, hi. She wants to play too, and she thinks that playing with hands is okay. I'll probably trim her nails before she goes, but she's gentle about it. As scary as it can be to see her being all like bitey and stuff, she is just playing. She knows the difference. There we go. Meow, meow. She's been using this banana bed quite a bit too, which is fun because I don't think anybody else has really taken to it. But so far it's been her bed that she uses the most. So certainly this is going to go to her new home with her, so she's got something familiar. Oh, don't go over there. We don't need to see that. Okay. All right, let's leave her and just say hi to Till, and then we'll wrap this up because I've been going for a while. And like I said, no, don't come out right now because I'm going to leave soon. I know. She's like, please, can I? No, no, you wait. Okay, you just want to go back in anyway. Oh, there goes our little teaspoon. Hi, buddy. What'd you say? That's what I thought you said. Okay. Let's just go see Till real quick. She's put up two right now, just because the cats are all running around. Oh, no, she's not put up. She's out. Logan's in there. That means she's put up. Okay, had it backwards. That means she's probably over here in the bear, right? Huh? Huh? I knew it. That's one of the places she loves to hang out. The bear bed's been very fun for everybody. I know. She is the sweetest thing. She takes a while to come around on other cats, but she does get to be friends with them eventually, mostly, at least a little bit more than, say, Serenity does. But in general, she just kind of wants to be left alone and then be a people cat. She's big on sitting in your lap and being petted and just being around you. And she's so snuggly and wonderful. Till's just a great kitty. And she does, of course, still need an adopter. Um, she can get along with other cats, but if your cat's kind of aggressive, Aggie, even I don't think Logan would actually get into a fight with her, but he does kind of run up on her in a way that sets her off, and then he doesn't go away, and the whole chain starts. So, not the best. But except for that, she's just the best. I mean, super sweet, super snuggly too. She's like a big of all the mom cats we've had. She might be the biggest. She's certainly the biggest I can remember having. She's much larger, for instance, than Cal. I don't know if they'll sit next to each other, but that bigness is just makes her extra sort of snuggly and wonderful and fun to pet and soft. And she's so pretty. And that's my pitch for her. So definitely stop by our website and put in an application. She's worth it. Hi, Teaspoon. All right. Okay, that's it. I'll see if hopefully I can find some time to actually work on fixing the tech issues before our next little close up. You can always tune in to the regular Kitten Academy live stream or watch our little micro close ups, which I think typically don't have any sound or the sound comes from elsewhere, so that's not a problem. And we'll work this out over time. I can hear the kittens upstairs wrestling. I can hear it through the ceiling. They're right above us, and they are fighting. So tune in to the regular Kitten Academy live stream if you want to see that too. All right, we're going to leave it there. If I can figure out how to end this, maybe. Actually, I can't. All right. Well, it might take a minute to end on its own. Oh, let's see if we can get a shot at their relative sizes. Till's going to hit her. Don't do it, Till. Okay, good.